Bankai.
Bankai.
The Bankai spamming and phase have gone too far in part 3 of 1000 Year Blood War. This joint needs to be studied, damn it. And it all began with that energy finally beginning to shift. Cause after Yhwach got turned into a nigga and then an ant, getting swatted off the palace, his ass done said, I can see the lights. With his visual prowess spawning in. That is a genetic mutation. Not normal, by the way. And his ass was moving with quickness. Ichigo, I'm sorry, a direct blow. With Buddy just negating the effects of his Bankai. The Almighty has arrived. Proceeding to speed blitz past Ichigo. And no, you not catching him. And I'm sorry to say, Senjamaru, but your Bankai has also been negated. That brother Uryu must have been using his drift. I can't lie, this fool was moving different this season. I recently skimmed through the manga, and his ass wasn't doing half the shit he was pulling off. The aura farming is crazy, but her Bankai is still crazy. Brought back the floor is lava in the big 2024. All while being able to control all 5 elements. Cause what in the earth style are these rocks? Spawning in hollows. Nigga, how? Someone explain how this Bankai works. It's broken. Catching Ishida with one of her ribbons. Proceeding to overpower him with sheer numbers alone. And as that smoke cloud withers, we just see him trapped in her grasp. Walking up to him saying, boy, have you ever been penetrated? Pulling out a needle, stabbing him in the back of his neck. I'm not sure, but that might be a killing blow. And while this is going on, we have Ichigo giving us the biggest waste of time in fucking history. With this random ass ceremony he's performing for his next attack.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All that singing, all that nonsense, for what? That sounded like some shit I'd hear on America's Got Talent. Charging in like a helpless child, a foolish mistake. As he proceeds to, oh my god, Lord have mercy! Sent him to the butcher shop, made his bald head double bounce on the floor. Clean up on aisle 7, please. And meanwhile, while this is happening, Ishida is just spewing out aura like Febreze. Apparently, penetration doesn't work on him. And here we have the first case of aura farming, as he just completely turns the tables, countering with an Uno reverse. With him saying, I am Uryu Ishida. Put respect on my name, nigga. In that era, a direct hit. Matter of fact, a perfect circle. He not only a Quincy, he an artist. Killing off Senjamaru. This, by the way, is an insane feat. Keep in mind, last time bro was kinda in any real action, Zalaparo was giving his ass belt to ass. And oh yeah, apparently the rest of the Stern Raiders are just unfazed by the Bankai as well. I don't even know how, but they're here. And guess what? Ain't nobody around to stop him. As what in the heavenly magic is this? What are you doing, Yhwach? This is the definition of doing the most. Using the surrounding reishi to conjure up steps when he could just literally fly up there. He aura farming. This done looks like the end of a video game when you buy to collect your reward for beating the game. But a few minutes after that, the squad has finally pulled up Ichigo and friends. And it was straight to business. The clash was immense. We taking this joint to the sky. Speed blitz into his side saying, yo, who he feeling like? Saying gets a good attention that calmly is not like him at all. Had Yhwach zoom in upwards, meeting him at the top, clashing with his Quincy blade. And then boys done took this joint all the way down to the healing hot springs. But he has blocked his sword barehanded with Bloods. That has one of the most broken abilities in the show. Though when he tries to follow up, the god of all arrows appears, cooking Ichigo point blank range. But in the smoke, you and I can both see the electricity gave me Gohan flashbacks. Nigga done negated it with a last-ditch Getsuga, causing Yhwach to go crazy, zooming in. This man is pushing him back hundreds of meters into the sky. But Ichigo said, hold on, let me flex my aura too. This shit has now turned into a DBZ fade. Cause what in the rapid sky attacks are these? Them boys are just parrying all across the palace, spawning in an arrow jail cell in an attempt to tame Kurosaki. And bro, look at what he says. Rest in darkness? Nigga, what in the poetry, bro, is trying to sound different on purpose, I swear. Fire in the arrow, but nigga, we parrying those. Left his ass flabbergasted, prepping his finishing blow to get to the Juji show. And I'm sorry, Yhwach, but this plus sign is about to penetrate your defenses. But he done caused fireworks, dirty ones. Send his ass flying like an asteroid about to make impacts. As once again, aura farming commences, standing symmetrical in front of his own attack. He's aware of the cameraman's existence. But little did Ichigo know, a very foolish mistake has been made. The old man has yet to open his eyes. Yeah, the OST done changed, with dozens of arrows being fired at him. The pressure is overwhelming, but Agetsuga spawns in. And sir, coming out the smoke in slow motion is a very bad sign. That means whatever is about to take place is not finna work. Hitting Soul Society oxygen. But it gets worse because he proceeds to swing back, hitting nothing. They literally swapped frames. And next thing you know, he's choked up in the air. Ukiura flashbacks are real on this one. Palming that nigga's face like a basketball is absolutely insane work. You is not my barber. Frying it with a key blast point blank. It's starting to become a showcase of pure disrespect. Cause he pulls up right above him saying, "Peep, analyze my print." Why is you staring that hard? But it's time to wrap this up. The first of the many ass whoopings Ichigo took this season. And next, when the world was literally about to break apart due to Ichigo's very foolish mistake of... Yeah, but my guy Ukitake, who's been sidelined the whole series, is now just being used as a placeholder. A tragedy. But in the ruckus, it's time for Ishida's fade, holding his only real friend at gunpoint. But Kurosaki's charging it and nigga, get that shit out of here! Leaping, hitting straight stone! What is you doing? Lock in! Ishida firing arrows with no damn bow! I am almost positive this was not in his bag 2 weeks ago. Going shoulder to shoulder like brothers, jumping high into the sky. Raining down a leaked Reagan. He is applying maximum pressure. The property damage is immense. Blindsiding him with an arrow. But peep, the Blutz has been activated. This is where the realization kicks in. He's like, this nigga Kurosaki is a Quincy too? Nigga, I can't have shit to myself. But this hesitation causes him to get sent downward with a Getsuga, threatening him with Zangetsu. But he said, dog, cut this nonsense out. What are you doing? Or farming like you the villain when we know damn well you still on our side. But him grabbing him by the collar made him crash out with a brand new transformation. Hello? I'm almost certain this wasn't in the manga. Please, manga readers, let me know. But he done brought the ball standing, and his ass is moving just like Byakuya. This fool had these little snowflakes shooting lasers, but he is just spamming on Kurosaki until he loses a part of Zangetsu. My brother, it's time to run. Blowing out the back of a building, but the snowflakes are still on his ass. But just look at him, he's weaving, he's dodging into the sky, he's moving, countering them with Getsuga's back to back, slowly making his approach to Ishida. But his ass said, I'm not done spamming. Though that nigga's weaving, he's gliding, my goodness, he's parrying. Man's is clearly heading Ishida's newly developed bag. That is, until he gets trapped into a large snowflake. Yeah. There's no way out of this one.
You're done.
Believe it or not, Kurosaki is eating those. Still somehow standing, as it's finally time for the beam struggles of all beam struggles. This man Ishida done proceeded to conjure up Indra's arrow, and Kurosaki be on guard. Lock in, oozing spiritual pressure, launching his Getsuga Juji show. This finna be cinema colliding in a clash. This joint is looking majestic with Kurosaki overpowering him, breaking through completely missing Uryu on purpose. A very foolish mistake, cause he has no intentions of doing the same with his next attack, aiming the dagger towards Kurosaki, proceeding to... Done did him like Toji. I know something's missing, a kidney, a liver, something. But that was the end of the bout. Ichigo done got bodied 2 times in a row in the span of just a few episodes. But next, Ishida is still continuing his reign of terror. Cause once the rest of the Soul Society pulled up, this whole area done look like a completely different place. And as they were making their way to the main castle, my nigga, my brother over here, done had his blick locked and loaded. His sniper was ready. And the first to go was the snitch, 6ix9ine. Isagi, you're bodied. Jesus! And big fella, you done too! Soifon would be disappointed. But all the lieutenants are getting taken out. A damn perfect circle, literally. But the baddies can get this work too. Isane, you did not deserve that, sweetheart. As we now ban the Renji, it's finally his time to shine. Getting damn near blindsided by an arrow from none other than Ishida. His ass said, I'm taking my chances with Renji. He know his track record. Straight L's, no W's. With bro skipping walls, hopping over to him. And with the calmness, he said, roar, Zabimaru. Hearing that is the equivalent to hearing a fang over fang. Ain't nothing to worry about. Cause an arrow fires graze in his cheek. As we take this battle to the ground. And his ass is not like Ichigo. He ain't finna pull no type of punches. Zooming and weaving and dodging. Clashing with that Quincy bow, not once, not twice, but consecutively. And no time was wasted with the Bankai. I can't cat, this looks cold. A new Bankai, a new Renji. He ain't the same man that took all them L's. Swinging his new blade, causing an explosion. It's his turn for offense now. Pushing Uryu back. As we're now about to witness a top 3, maybe top 1 aura farming moments in the series. As a Quincy arrow comes in, but look! He done field goal kick that joint into the sky. Who he feeling like? You is not Nagi. As he done put some seasoning on his blade, liquefying Ishida's arrows, but nigga we weaving. The slow motion is crazy. But look at the damage. Where in God's name does Renji scale? I refuse to believe he's not giving Soifon belt to ass. Though Uryu then leaps high into the sky, raining down a leaked Reagan. But peep, Renji is handling this with his big ass arm. He came prepared. Blowing him back with wind pressure alone. Proceeding to disorient him with a straight rock. With it now being munching time as the body is open. And not good. He's pinned down. Coming and smashing him back 765 yards. And no time is wasted as that body is open again. And he not stopping as it's time to add some emotion. Spawning in an apparition. I'm sorry, Ishida, but Zanpakutos get hungry too. My God, Lord have mercy. Renji, I didn't know you was like that. But I couldn't believe it. Somehow, he's unfazed. He countered it with Blutz. I told y'all, this is literally one of the most broken abilities in the series. Look at the way he got back up. That's not normal. But the Christmas bells begin to jingle. They begin ringing. With him going through his Pokemon evolution, he's here. It's about to be Renji vs. Byakuya all over again. With his ass taking a bunch of his snowflakes, making an arrow, no bow, shooting it like a spirit gun. Overpowering, and my good word, the power on display is immense. Would have took the top half of his body off if it landed. As he now just goes on to shred through Renji's defenses, left them all bones, no skin. A foolish mistake. Cause that fool done said it's time to put your ass in timeouts. About to unveil a secret technique that he's been cultivating. You see the spiritual pressure, it's about to be a movie. Launching Zabimaru high into the sky, swinging it round and round non-stop. That's an inferno, nigga. He's literally cooking detonating the surrounding area. Renji, you doing your biggest one. Done laid the poor Quincy boy out, is what I thought. Never mind, that's a lie. I didn't even think that. This fool done used the reishi in the buildings to heal himself. Orm Court Advantage is a very real thing. Renji, I'm sorry to say, you might be cooked, cause the cameraman got paid extra. Look at the angles. This finna be crazy, raining down on him, trapping him with his spiritual pressure. Putting him in a full box. No way out of this one. Done had his ass doing multiple 360s in there. sucking him dry completely of spiritual pressure. But hold on, Renji ain't done cooking. That Bankai is still active, manifesting a part of it through his arm. But peep, the donut hole has already been imagined. So I'm sorry to say, that key blast ain't working. Perfect circle you go. Another former comrade bodied. Ishida, what have you become? Keep in mind, bro was doing all this without using his shrift. And the next fade was with Little Red Riding Hood over here. Kenpachi pulled up quickly just to hesitate back. And look, his arm got fucked up in the process. But look closer, done split its head in two. That thing is leaking. Though randomly it begins to recover. Not only its damaged body, but its drip as well. How? How is that possible? And now it starts getting dark. Cause out of nowhere, Kenpachi's right arm starts turning into a fidget spinner. Bro, somebody help this man. Stop it, please. Those beast rips his arm off. Nigga, give me back my sword. Recklessly charging in again. A foolish mistake. Cause Red Riding Hood is eating those. Dismantling his legs. This might not be your fight, Kenpachi. And Kurosuke agrees. A devious back shots. Fingering his Zanpakuto, moaning in pain. Paralyzing Kenpachi completely. Look at him. Just staring up like that one dude. Bro got utterly worked in the span of 2 minutes. Matter of fact, 1 minute and 35 seconds. With Mayuri now taking over the 1v1. And his first action was throwing acid at his attack. Bro's inventory is stocked up. Though randomly Little Red Riding Hood starts mutating, getting way too big, bursting out its clothes. And guess what? The whole time, it was the Soul King's left arm. Random. As Buddy begins growing to the size of the Attack Titan, shooting out semen from his fingers. I'm joking. There's apparently nerves. And my nigga, what kind of umbrella is that? Yo, I'm sorry, but somebody needs to arrest this man. I'm almost positive those are people. But Pernita shoots more nerves into the ground, controlling it by making a hand of judgment that does no damage. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know Mayuri had hops like that. And what in the Indiana Jones? Yo, this guy, man. Yo, he really just different. Don't even get me started on his fit too. Though bro was just gliding and leaping from building to building just to get hit by the ultimate high five. But it's now officially time to get serious. Cause out the smoke, we see the new cut, we see the new fit, and most importantly, we see the new Skechers. This is model 3000. And what he does next is just adding more to his case on why he needs to be locked up for life. Cause he flings a whole damn soul as a rubber band, detonating him to take off a finger. And as he's distracted trying to preserve the finger, he gets caught by a nerve. Yikes, your pinky. Whoa. Hold on. You is not Ishida Uryu. What can't this man do? With the hand now crawling towards him. This is straight out of a nightmare. Firing another poor soul to damage the poor hand. And after bro started ripping his own fingers off to make shadow clones of himself, it was finally time for the Bankai. Bringing out a baby having a seizure. What is going on? But he said it's time to unveil his new and improved Bankai. As the baby spawned in with some new drip and a full belly. And viewer discretion is now advised. Cause the baby had a baby. And said baby begins to start eating the Soul King's arms one by one. Mayuri is truly a certified problem. I'd rather fight Kenpachi. And next we return to my brother over here, still trying to snipe these Shinigamis. Though Korka said he had enough, it's time to counterattack. Yo, call the police. A donut has appeared, I swear, the 5th one of this video. But suddenly, an illusion of the head captain skipping slowly towards him appears. Blitzing behind, slashing his barrel off. With him now saying, put respect on my name. I am the head captain. With him squaring off against his YN. Making his approach, but he's been spotted. Blasting a donut hole for the 20th time this video. But a miscalculation was made. Coming out the shadows, but he's missing. He done tapped into his ancestors with that dodge. Misfiring his shots. Is what I thought. Cause a Pac-Man spawned on his foot. Yikes. And when he tries to move, another perfect circle is made. I'm convinced now everybody in Bleach is an artist. But in the back, his spiritual pressure is alive. He only hit an after image. The game's his Zanpakuto blaze are things I've never heard of personally. All I ever played was Manhunt and Tag. As his blick splits in half, it took 20 seconds for the damage to register. Speed blitzing behind, swinging and missing. Man's just conjuring up shadows everywhere. This ain't no damn game, this a nightmare. Blowing his back out with a back shots. A heart blow. But just like Yhwach did, he finally opens his eye, negating the damage completely. I gotta say it, the Quincy's are 1,000 times more broken than the Soul Reapers. But his ass said opening this eye 3 times is a disrespect. Oozing Quincy spiritual pressure. Them bells are ringing. You know what that means. Vol standing time. And out the smoke appeared the most ugliest thing in shonen history. This shit is worse than whatever in God's name Tosin turned into. Those Shunsui's in trouble getting tucked with 3 different holes. Don't know why he aimed for the drip, but those are 3 donuts regardless. Not good, but he is running away, leaking, leaving a trail. And this thing has become so broken, it can teleport out of thin air. What has he become? The Akito blade spawns in. It's time to switch it up, detonating the building. All of that for him just to run away after it did no damage. He's out of options. You know what that means. Niggas been waiting on this shit for years. It's time for his
Bankai. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Had the whole character cast trembling. The landscape has been changed. The energy has been shifted. But the Chimera leaps into the sky, blowing a piece of the map off. Only for him to see the damage has been done on him. Shunsui came out that smoke unfazed. This is Act 1, sharing wounds with the enemy. All them donut holes are now yours as well. No more talking, it's time to unveil the curtain. Act 2 is next. And the main theme of Act 2 is an incurable sickness. Gave this man chicken pox. Watch your nose and eyes. And with Act 3, an ocean appears. Nigga, you is drowning. The stereotype has become reality. Look at him trying so hard to get to the surface. You is not getting nowhere, buddy. As we are now introduced into a top 7 baddie in the series, Ohana. And seeing him laid up next to Shorty caused him to crash out, charging in. He moving, damn it. But peep, he done drew his sword without drawing his sword. It's finally time for the final act. He said he about to paint this canvas red, being the blood of his enemy. Cause sir, I'm sorry, but off with your head. Finally ended the deathmatch by falling in the fine shit's lap. A perfect ending is what I thought.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Like, that ass gets to a point, dude. Like, bro, come on. The amount of holes getting put through people this season is utterly ridiculous. This nigga literally lost his head, but is somehow still standing. And Fool begins regenerating into something you would see straight out of Elden Ring. What in the world? How do you go from this to that to this? And Korka is at his damn limit, fading into the darkness. Until Nanao-chan spawns in, talking about gimme my Zanpakuto, it's time. With Birdbrain overhearing them final flash in the surrounding area. Relax, please. Though they dodged by escaping into the shadows. And I don't even know how to explain this, cause what intonation, Kubo? What, bro, what? Like, you really did your big one with this design. With him somehow locating them in the shadows. Conjuring up a mini sun to erase the shadow. But peep, a shadow is on you. Nanao-chan, that's an 11 out of 10 entrance. Burying his sunrise gun. And as you can see, the sword has been revealed. This looks majestic. It ain't for cutting people down, but instead withstanding the power of gods. And homie is blinded by the lights. He can see the truth. He might be cooked. As Nanao springs into action. It's finally her turn to swing a sword. Catching his arm, blowing it apart. Hadbro analyzing his wound, saying it's time to wrap this nonsense up. Gathering the Reishi in the area, charging up for a damn supernova. The power scale in this season is utterly ridiculous. And baby girl was just shaking in her Soul Reaper sandals. And from the shadows, the 6'3" head captain appears to give her support. It's now officially crunch time. With this thing transforming his blast into a trumpet, blowing into it, obliterating 45% of the place. Somebody had to be hit by that. But doing that was a foolish mistake.
Oh shit!
Cause the block of the century countered it. And look at where they're standing. Incredible. She literally told you what it does, but you ain't listened. Projecting bodily fluids everywhere. The dagger has been dealt. He died by his own damn hand. Truly a foolish gamble. But meanwhile, while this is going on, the baby that ate the arm of the Soul King starts getting bulldozed from the inside out. Killing it completely with an arrow coming in, but we leaving. And his hand has officially become dangerous. Spamming arrows with nerves on them. Causing Mayuri to take off his own arm. And look at this swiftness. Bro is changing trajectories like a Kamehameha. About to give him a back shot, but the robotic lieutenant spawns in. Sacrificing her arm to save her captain. Truly a loyal specimen, with them injecting some kind of dinosaur steroids to regenerate their arms. Like I said, what can't this nigga do? Using his new sketches again to glide through the terror of these arrows. And of course, he has a plan. While he's over here just shitting up a trail of crop dust, Nemu is to inject something into one of its nerves. And just look at him go, my goodness! And Shawty is moving too, succeeding in her task. Turning the arm into a nigga. But the other one said, no, not happening. An unexpected turn of events for the scientist. But Nemu was not letting this slide. Squatting down like Prime Pito. Taking off like a missile. Her ass is flying, tackling through the hand. Do you realize the amount of force she came in with to do that? As this now officially became her battle. With the budget increasing, taking off for the 1v1. And what is this power? What is this sensation in her hand? This is not a Hadouken, but a basic ki blast right through the eye. A direct hit. The lieutenants are really showing out this season. Well done, Nemu. You got no! Turned her into a smoothie. This death had Kurozuchi getting Xyloparo hallucinations. With God's hand raining down on him but missing. And this sicko starts eating all the guts and the brain. But not so fast. Little did it know, that was a very foolish mistake. Bro died due to eating something he should have never eaten. This is why we don't eat off others' plates. And finally, for the last death match of the day, it's Quincy on Quincy action. Bazby versus Drugram. And it was on sight, grabbing his collar. But get your ass off of me. Beep, he discarded his drip. He don't care about ore farming. Hitting him with the butt of his blade. But Baz ain't stopping, burning through the grip with a burning finger. Proceeding to bring out two. Charging and swinging and missing. He's dodging and running around like a video game. Parrying the flames into a flashback. A fantastic flashback, in fact. One of my favorites. And in said flashback, bro done turned the blick on Yhwach Baha. But Drugram said, nigga no! And in present day, he done did the same thing. And suddenly, he's just getting sent through rocks all bloodied up. But he ain't done. It's time for burner finger number 4. Proceeded to slash through a cylinder. And broski, why are you running? Get back here. Leaping up, look at the camera angle. And look at the angle he's coming in from. But look at the sadness and pain on his face. It's time, as pain is on its way. Cause Bazby, I'm sorry, but that arm is now missing. Crying out in pain. But a burning finger 5 spawns in. It's time for full power. As a tornado of flames appear. But nigga, speed, let's go crazy. Get this blood off my sword. Truly a dagger. Just look at him. He done killed his best friend. Walking up the stairs. Nonchalantly putting his sword away. A man truly loyal to the cause.